I have played a shit ton of Pokemon. The burnout was real. I just could not play more. I did not want to, I could not. Or so I thought. And yet, a few years later, something else came up. A discovery that I was not expecting. And that actually puts me out to the front in terms of socializing. Even more. It would push my social skills to the further than it would ever have been. I would have to put myself really far out there. I would have to do a lot of effort. It was the biggest challenge that I ever had faced. I'm of course talking about a trading card game. Like the physical ones, not just some video game or a trading card game online, no. The physical ones. I actually was not really into it yet. As I said, my first hands-on experience with the trading card game was at the very start. When the base set was released and I was just like, oh, child, a teenager me wants to mess around with it. Being the Pokemon fan, I even during my video game periods and age, I was poking at the cards, just being like, oh, they are actually pretty cool. I want to have them in my hands. I want to feel them. I want to play with them. Just mess around. Nothing too serious to mess around. I found this Crystal Guardian set, which is from like 2006, so around the time when Diamond was not even released. It was only with Fire Red and Ruby Tune. It was around those times, so go figure. But yeah, it was just like I did not want to play seriously. I just went to the shops, bought a cheap deck like this one, and then I just looked through them, enjoyed them, having them in my hands, just being like, oh, look at these cards. These cards are pretty cool. And to be fair, these still look pretty damn cool, so I cannot complain about it. Though there are some really weird ones. Like this Trico is a weird CGI-like one. That is a bit weird. But then you had other cool ones like this Venusaur. And it was just like, seeing them was just really cool. And then I was just really that weird guy who just split the deck into cards of 30 and then just played against myself. Not to be anything good or learn the game, just for the heck of it. It was just fun to mess around with it. And then suddenly, at the end of 2013, beginning 2014, I made a huge discovery about the competitive scene of the trading card games. I already knew they existed. It was not like, oh, people actually are playing competitively with it. No, I already knew about that, but I always was under the impression that you had to go either through a lot of hassle just to play in a competition, or it would be an American exclusive thing because they had everything going on and we didn't. The Netherlands was way behind at the time. But in the 10s, things were really catching up. We were almost caught up with the rest of the world, and we could do everything that the rest of the world did. And trading card games was one of those things as well. So then I was like, maybe I could play more with it. So I researched into it, and I learned how it all really worked, and it was actually not that much of a hassle. It was just a case of make sure you have a legit deck for the current rotation, go to a location where they held the competition, and just play. That was it. So I went online, I did my research, what would be a good deck to get, and I ordered all the cards for my then planned deck, and I just went to a league, and I went and I played. And I got scared at first, like really genuinely scared, because you have to keep in mind, it's not an uncommon thing that people think Pokemon is a childish thing. That is a common trope. But here in the Netherlands, that was and perhaps isn't still a pretty strong cultural impression about Pokemon. Dutch people, when they hear Pokemon, it is all very quickly, why would you play a children's game? Isn't that boring and easy? Can you not play something more mature like Call of Duty? And it's like, no, there's more in depth going on. But because of that stigma, I got a little bit of fear that when I go to a location to play competitively with my deck, either I would find a lot of children and I would have to deal with them, or if there were other people, that they will still look down at me like, oh, are you sure you should play it? It was just an irrational fear that went through my head as I went there. And then I arrived at one of the locations and it actually was quite amazing. The things that I was afraid of, yes, that was present for sure. There were children there, but they were in their own division, that's whatever. There were a lot more older people, like of around my age at the time, and old people as well. Like there were a few in their 60s. Every person that I met there when playing the trading card games were actually super friendly and super passionate about either Pokemon, the trading card game, or both. They just were there to play the trading card game of Pokemon. That's it. They had no judgment. They didn't care who you are or what you were doing with life, unless you really chatted up with them and you got very friendly with them. It was actually really liberating to meet like-minded people in person. It was just really insane to actually think it went that far. So in the end, I could just throw away all my fears and really enjoy the trading card games, just playing against others, trying to get better, build new decks, and just move up the ladder and go to the big leagues. At the time, one of my last decks that I made was Dervia, the Vespi Queen deck. Basically, what Vespi Queen does at the time is that for every base Pokemon, not even base Pokemon, there was every Pokemon, Jesus Christ, this is an insanely strong Pokemon. For every Pokemon that was in your discard pile, the Bee Revenge will do 10 more damage. So it starts with 20, one Pokemon in discard pile, 30, 2 in the discard, 40, etc, etc. It will do a lot of damage in the long run. At the start it was weak, but how I have a lot of different cards to help with that, like, here, discard my hand and draw a new 7 cards. So if I had a lot of Pokemon in my hand and I played this card, be gone. I could suddenly throw a lot of Pokemon in discard pile and power up Vespi Queen quickly. Search your deck for free cards and discard them, so I could search for specifically Pokemon and discard them. And then we had a Ultra Ball to discard 2 cards, which could be 2 Pokemon thrown away, and then search for a Pokemon that we could throw again away with another card. All of that built up so much together that in the end, powering up Vespi Queen became real quick, real strong, and real terrifying. It got me so far that I actually ended up in the European League, or the European competition. Yes, you heard that right. The European Championship. I went that far. I was not thinking that I would get that far. So I did all the basic competitions, racking up points. Then I joined the city leagues or the regional leagues or even the Dutch championship. And at that point I had enough points to join the European Championship. And I went there and I played, and it was an amazing feeling to be able to join the Hacking Championship League. Just look at this. This is the Dutch Regional Championship and the European Championship die, which you would get for just participating in those leagues. So it was not like I needed to win or anything, but for just participating, being able to participate, I got dice as proof that I joined the Dutch Championship and the European Championship. So that is pretty damn cool and amazing. So being really getting that far and getting the proof that I actually was that good to get that far in the trading card games competitive scene. It was insane. It was amazing. I loved it. However, Sans decided to come along and give me a big reality check at the European League. The European Championship League was no joke. Everything before that was easy. It wasn't like I was great. I didn't reach the first place or even the top 3, but I still was good enough that I held my ground, got at a decent placement, and got the points as proof or reward for it. So I did quite well. But the European League was a whole different story. People were super serious and super competitive there. The moves that some people pulled is insane. And I felt it really hard. I really got a case of a traffic light. I won a game, I lost a game. I won a game, I lost a game. I won a game, I lost a game, etc, etc. That is how the whole day went. It was quite painful. Especially at the end. Because I had so many losses. I actually was near the bottom of the placement. That really hurt. That was discouraging to see. That really gave me a reality check of I'm not that good at all. Not at all. My deck sucks. I cannot do anything. I will lose really hard. What went through my mind at the time as well when that happened was it even worth it to keep going? Like, literally worth it. Worth both my money and time. So it really gave me a sense of, do I want to spend so much more time and money if I cannot even stand a chance in the European League? It was good that I could get that far, but I got wrecked there. Was it worth it to go through such a disappointment again? I had no answer at the time. I kept going for a bit longer, like almost a year longer. Because of the doubts and the discouragement, I did not do much better. I actually did quite bad that season, and then it was a point of, yeah, okay, I'm not doing better, I don't have the motivation, I need to stop playing the trading card game. So I grabbed my deck, I put it on the shelf, and it left there. And that actually was where my whole Pokemon obsession ended. Because you have to keep in mind, the trading card game happened right after I stopped playing the video games. So that means I've practically played Pokemon for 15 years at that point. 15 whole years of only Pokemon. I could not play Pokemon at all anymore. I lost complete motivation for the trading card game. I tried some other games like Pokemon Sun, Let's Go Eevee, and the Pokemon Gates to Infinity and other games, but I just couldn't. And probably for the best as well, because as I said, the burnout was so big and massive. I needed to stop touching Pokemon at all. Just like, no Pokemon, just a complete break, just forget about it, go on with your life and recover from it. And I think that is what I really needed. And then the end of 21. Pokemon Brilliance Diamond and Shining Pearl came along and threw a wrench into anything. Well, I shouldn't say a wrench, more like they did things with me. So as I explained earlier, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are my favorite Pokemon games of the main series. So when they said the remakes, Brilliance Diamond and Shining Pearl, I was like, oh, I need to play this. So I went, I played it, I streamed it, so you all know how it went, and it went really good. It went really well. I played it, I had a whale of a time, I had a lot of fun, even not being super serious, just being silly and exploring, rediscovering everything. It created a spark inside of me. It did something with me. It made me feel like it was so fun. I wanted more. I need more. And Nintendo provided with Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus arrived in early 2022 and it was like, yes, more Pokemon, free roaming, fighting Pokemon in the overworld, which didn't quite happen, but it got so close to it, it was like, this is going to be amazing, I need to play it. And so I did, and it didn't just spark something inside of me, it didn't even rekindled a flame inside of me, no, it burned up. There was a fireball inside of me that just went up and then wanted to go out. It was like, holy crap, this is amazing. How did I miss this? I want Pokemon again. I want more. And maybe it's because Legends of Arceus was really that good, but it's something inside of me flamed up so much. It was like my flame for Pokemon was rekindled again. The burnout has been doused and my own flame was burning brighter. I wanted Pokemon again. My love was back. I needed it. And eventually I even started to go back more into the trading cards games. Not like really playing it, but remembering and the nostalgic over about the times that I got in the European League. It made me go back and look up all my things, looking up all my cards, my deck, and all the games and what I've done. Honestly, I'm genuinely excited for Scarlet and Violet. Right now, I'm sitting here being like, is it November? Is it November? Is it November? I want to play it. I want to know. I want to go and play it. I'm genuinely super excited. The flame actually has been rekindled so much that I'm super excited for the games. I actually really am getting back into it. And who knows, who's is to say it sticks with the newest games that will be released. Maybe I'll go back to older games that I haven't played or not even finished and then try to go through them and enjoy those as well. A good example would be Pokemon Colosseum. I've already told and shown people about this and people were being like, you have not played Colosseum? How dare you? You need to play it now. And honestly, I might. I actually would not mind to go pull out my Wii or my GameCube and then go play this, maybe stream this even. I am so genuinely excited for Pokemon again. I actually want to play more. I want to play Pokemon again. But that is not where it ended either. As I mentioned, I also talked more and more about the trading cards game and might be coming back into it, but it's sadly not that simple. Apparently the past 2 years has been one huge season with a lot of chasing meta, and the Pokemon is actually trying to avoid actual leaks from happening right now. And the next season might start early 2023 instead of the usual September. So a lot of weird messed up things is going on right now. So it's not easy to get back into it, or at least play it competitively yet. Which might be a good thing, because then that means I can go wait and think more about it. Do I really want to spend my time and money in it? Can I stand a chance or enjoy the trading card game scene again? Also, I thought. So last weekend I was at a convention, just having my usual fun, seeing silly panels or shows, going to a concert, doing workshops, just having my fun. And of course the usual dealers then, where baby fun stuff will be there. And I saw these guys. I saw these standing and I was like, oh, are you kidding me? Are you really going to tease me? Especially with the Espeon one. I saw it and I was like, oh, hi Espeon. So I was like, screw it. Let's get these two. Let's do it. I just could not resist. I needed to guess these. I took a small peek in them, but I did not dare to open them just yet because, oh, the temptation. I'm really seriously tempted now. Because of these, it's really a case of, am I really going to get back into trading card game? I think I will. I think I might. And that is pretty much where the story ends. Like the story of today or last week, how depending on how you look at it. It's really like, I'm excited for the Pokemon games again. I want to play them again. I've been getting tempted by the trading cards games. I might get back into them. But other than that, who knows what happens? Who knows how deep I will get into Pokemon again? It is just quite a journey. It's been quite a journey of the past 20 years, 23 years. It has been quite a journey of the past 23 years. It's just such a journey that I just had to share. I don't know how deep I will go. I don't know what Pokemon will present me in the future, but honestly, I'm genuinely excited for it. I'm really reaching the point of like, come at me, Pokemon. Give me all your goodness. It's just, I'm genuinely excited for what Pokemon might bring. Both the games, the trading card games, and maybe even more. It's just a new chapter that I'm ready to read. I'm all ready for it. And so with that is actually all that I have to tell. That was just my rambling about Pokemon that I just had to tell. I don't know if you enjoyed it, if it was just senseless rambling, or maybe you found it interesting to finally learn a part of my life. Who knows? Just tell me what you think of it. Let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy listening to me ramble about these kind of things? Do you want to hear more, or will you say just shut up, don't do this again? Who knows? But regardless whether you enjoyed it or not, please consider subscribing so that I know that people want more videos, or just go to my Twitch channel and just see my drunken shenanigans happening there. There's plenty of things that I'm doing, and maybe you will find joy in some of them. Anyway, thank you for listening to this old guy just rambling around about his Pokemon life. I hope you all had a great time and have a great evening as well. So do take care, have a good day, and I hope to see you all again next time.